Well, hey, neighbor, it's me, Angie. Come on in. It's time for our neighborhood chat. Yeah, a little video about a subject that we may or may not be interested in, but I hope you'll be interested. Get your drink and your snack, and if you don't have one, I have plenty here. As you're driving up, it's a beautiful day here in Mississippi. I'm feeling great today. I just got through with my live chat on YouTube. I love my live chats on Tuesday. So I was feeling so good, I decided to do my neighborhood chat video. So as I was riding around in my wheelchair around the house praying and meditating, I thought, well, what am I going to talk about in my neighborhood chat video? Well, this is what I come up with. Who cares? Who cares? That is the topic. Now, you might say, well, it's me, Angie. What do you mean by that? Well, I could mean a lot of different things by it. Who cares about what I talk about? Who cares about the topics that I share on my neighborhood chat? Who cares about what other people share? Who cares about other people? Who cares about what's on the news, what the world's coming to, how the world's acting, how it's changed? I mean, do people really care anymore? I would think more care than we give them credit for. But they have been so shot down and so talked about, they just kind of took a back seat to really voicing that they care. Because we live in a world today, we don't really want to say something that would upset somebody, which I don't know what that's about. The only way I think I've ever learned anything is when somebody challenged me and went against what I was saying. I may not have been wrong, but I learned quickly that I was right. I went back and checked. Now, let me make sure that I didn't get this wrong. A lot of times we don't want to challenge somebody. And by challenge, I mean in a healthy way, not in a derogatory way. To me, judgment has become so harsh lately. Now, you can judge somebody by their works, about the way they portray themselves, who they profess that they are. You can judge them. And I know in the Bible it says, judge not lest you be judged, that. But when I say about judge, and that may be the wrong word, I mean, pay attention to who is what's coming out of their mouth really who they are portraying that they are. Some people let things come out their mouth and that's not even who they really are. They're saying one thing and they're doing something else. Just like you'll see these people on these channels. Oh, I do not like drama. I will not get into it. Yet they are. They love to get into it. But they'll tell you, oh no, I won't allow drama in here. But they want to talk about it. Now, I talked about drama on my live chat this morning because I found myself being upset because one of my friends on YouTube had been treated badly. And this person hasn't really discussed it or told the story. And it's her story to tell. And she'll tell it in her own time. But when someone that you care about gets hurt, you, and I say you, we have a tendency to want to, say something to the person that hurt them. I try not to do that. I try not to let, when two people are having a disagreement, I try not to allow myself to feel one way or the other toward each side. But, sometimes I do because I care about one of the people more in the argument than I probably don't even know the other person. But when you're challenging someone or you're talking about them, there is a healthy way to do it, not derogatory. I mean, can we stay on task? Can we talk about what we're disagreeing about without putting each other down. Like, you ever seen somebody that was losing an argument or a disagreement, and then they started making it personal? They started bringing it to you personally instead of to staying on subject, because that's what debates are. Debates are things that we can discuss that we disagree on, but we don't have to make it personal. But a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people that have a disagreement with someone makes it personal. I don't know. I guess it's the immaturity, the personality. I don't know what causes people to want to lash out at other people. I don't know if they see them as a weaker person than they are, and they think the person's going to take it. And sometimes the person does take it. But before we open this, we need to think up here before this engages. Because what may sound right up here, when it comes out, it may not come out exactly the way you thought it should come out. And especially if you have a question for somebody, do it in private. I mean, don't bring it out into the whole YouTube world. Though that's where people like it to be. I mean, they like to hear that this one's having a disagreement with this person. This one's having a disagreement with this person. And they love to watch it go down, as you say. Why? Why do we like to see it go down? We wouldn't want anybody to do that to us. At least I wouldn't. And you have these people that they start all this drama, and they have friends. And if I were their friend, I would be afraid to even really be friends with them, because I would be afraid that they would turn on me just like they turned on this other person that they're bullying. I mean, if they can easily turn on someone weaker than they are, supposedly, and bully them, what makes you think they're not going to turn on you if you disagree with what they're saying? It also amazes me that these so-called drama channels get all this. People go into their live chat. People go into and I'm guilty of lurking on drama channels. And I questioned myself about that the other day. Angie, why are you listening to this? What is it that's drawing you to this? So I just cut it off. I'm like, that's just my human nature wanting to know what the big deal is. And the reason I wanted to know, to be honest with you, is because one of the people that was in the disagreement, I consider my friend. Now, this other person that I was listening to, I have no connection toward them whatsoever, and don't want to have a connection. I mean, I'm not drawn to people that do drama, because I don't want to get caught up in their web. For them to be able to say that I said something or did something, I don't even want to be associated with that. I don't even want to be known that I go into chat rooms like that. I don't want to know. I don't want to be known like that. And I question why people start drama. And it could be over a little of nothing. Just go around, and I could start drama right now and say, this person said something about my channel, and then all of a sudden it would be on. But I don't mind people saying anything about my channel. Positive, I love. Negative, I can deal with. I mean, I can't expect everybody to like my channel just because other people do, or my content. I mean, there's channels that I don't prefer. So how can I honestly believe that everybody could like my content? That's ridiculous. Some people thrive off of drama. They literally do. They thrive off of it. They thrive off gossip. They thrive off making someone's life miserable. You don't know where somebody's state of mind is when you start bullying them. You don't know if they're right on the edge of, doing something to themselves. And if you said a kind word or did something nice, you might be there to help them come back to reality, to know that they're valuable and they're worthy, instead of just keep pushing them over the edge. Which I know there are mean people in this world. A lot of people don't believe that, but there are really mean people. And I've said this before, don't go back to enemy camp. Once you leave a situation and your eyes have been opened, that you see that you've been bullied, you've been used, you've been talked about, why do you want to go back? Why do you want to go back to that where you were being talked about and treated ugly? You cannot want people that badly. I mean, being alone is not really that big of a deal, which I'm never alone. Even though I'm here by myself at the house, I don't ever get lonely. I know that sounds strange, but I don't. I don't get lonely. I do soak up the time that I have now when there's nobody here. I love to read. I love to write. I love to get my house straightened up, fold clothes, wash dishes, watch a little YouTube without being distracted. And I can have my own time, something that's mine. Just like this YouTube channel, it is mine. I don't really want to share it with everybody where I live because I don't want them to know about it, because it's something that's mine. Now, in the little town that I live in, we have a group that are gossipers. Oh my goodness, they don't know how to feel if they don't wake up in the morning talking about somebody. And I'll tell you one thing, as we call it here in the South, church people are the worst ones. I mean, I think the church has failed people nowadays because they have run people away from the very place that they needed to come to for safety and comfort and love, because they didn't look like them, they didn't act like them, they didn't dress like them, they didn't have enough money, they lived a lifestyle that they didn't agree with. Well, isn't that what church is for? Is for you to come and get healed and be a part of a group of people that's supposed to love you and care about you. That's why people turn to going out to country clubs and dance places and other means of destruction, because those people out there seemingly care about them. But the very ones that should care about them, they don't. They snub their nose and act like they're better than that person. And I don't know what that means. Better than. I mean, why do you think you're better than someone? I don't get that. We all bleed red. We all have a destiny that we are going to pass away from this world. That's one thing we're all going to do. Unless, in my book, we get raptured and the Lord comes back for us. But we all are not here to stay forever. We're going to go. We're going to die. And life is too short to be angry at someone all the time. Why do you want to stay mad? I mean, just forget it and go on. I mean, let it hurt for a minute. Let it soak in. Have your moment. I'm not saying don't have your moment, but I'm just saying don't hold on to it. Let it go. Don't try to retaliate and get even with this person. Now, if you want to come back and say, I want to acknowledge that this person said this, this, and this about me, and this is not true, and, you want to just give your side, that's one thing. But continually, every day, just keeping it going on and on, that's got to be exhausting. I don't see how people do that. I don't see how they do it. Now, to the world, it makes you look weak when you just don't respond to somebody that is attacking you. But really, it's strength. It's strength not to retaliate when someone continually is trying to get something started with you. And if you have been friends with this person that is turned against you now, and you've been hurt by that, I just think that you should pray about it and not really go after that person, because if you do, then you're no better than that person that's doing it to you. And I've said that before. I used to think that, yeah, I'm going to get that person back. And I used to do that in my life. You do something to me, oh yeah, it's coming. Oh yeah, it's coming. It'll be when you least expect it, but it's coming. And I do still have that side of me. I don't like that side of me. But it takes a lot to get that side of me to come out. Used to, it didn't. I could let that show in a minute, but not now. Because I don't want to waste minutes and hours and days of my life worried about something that's not going to matter next week. I think I wanted to expose the person that was ugly to me. Because a lot of times people portray themselves as nicety nice, and a lot of people can't see that side of them, but you see that they're awful and mean. But a lot of people don't see it, and you want to open other people's eyes so they can see that that person isn't who they say they are. Don't worry about doing that. They'll find out soon enough. And whether they come back to you and say, oh, I completely understood what you were talking about, or if they don't, they will soon find out. Because people that pretend cannot pretend forever. They get tired. And plus, they can't keep up with the lies they tell. I mean, if you don't tell lies, you don't have to have a good memory. But if you tell lies, you have to have a good memory to keep up with the lies that you told. And there are so many channels on here that they just lie and make up stuff. For what reason? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I can't answer that question. But I guess I wanted to talk to you today about people just don't care anymore. They don't care about the fellow man. They don't care about the people in the world. And I'm talking about the ones that have drama. They don't care. They just care about being right. A right fighter. Oh, I got to prove that I'm right. You're wrong and I'm right. Who cares about that? It's called compromise. Even though you and I don't agree on everything, doesn't mean we can't be respectable. We don't have to be friends. We can just respect each other. Because the more friends you have, the more responsibility you have. Do you realize that? That's why I can count on my hand. In my lifetime, I've had this many friends that I felt really, really close to. So I'm telling you, don't try to get even. Just see how it plays out. Say your piece. If somebody does something to you, take up for yourself. Yes. But don't keep engaging in their reality. Because, our perception is our reality. And a lot of people's perception is way off. So don't get caught up in their perception. And go on and live your life, because great things will happen. But if you get stuck in that he said, she said, they said, I'm mad and I'm going to let you know I'm mad and I'm never going to let you live it down. If you get caught up in that, you're keeping blessings from coming your way, because you're carrying around, you're harboring anger and resentment and bitterness. You don't want to do that. Especially I don't. I want to live in peace. Peace is the best state you can be in. And in order to live in peace, you got to just let the yeah go. And with that being said, neighbor, be somebody who cares. Somebody who cares about their fellow man, their friends on YouTube. Don't just sit back and let the drama happen. I mean, even though you might not want to say anything, you want to pray about it. You want to encourage the person that you know that has been done wrong. You want to encourage them and say, hey, I'm here. I know you don't need me to fight your battles, but I just want you to know that I'm here. And I care about you and I love you. And there's nothing wrong with saying I love you. And some people can't say it, and I respect that. But you can show that you care about people. Just by a kind word, a gesture, a card, a shout out, a gift, something. Let them know that you're thinking about them. And with that being said, neighbor, like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,200 neighbors. Share me out. Ring that bell so you'll know the next time I'm coming to you with a neighborhood chat. And don't forget, I'm just as human as you are. I make mistakes just like you do. But I do know one thing. At the end of the day, I'm going to love you. And there's nothing you can do about it. See you next time, neighbor. Don't forget to comment. Bye.